Hi, this is Cindy from Cindy's Cropping Corner, and I wanted to show you the tag I made for the My Butterfly Kisses May swap. And the idea was to use beach theme and to use, try and make it thick or heavy with embellishments. And so I tried to put as much as I could on here. And I used a stamp and some flowers and lace and rope and buttons and charms and tulle and all kinds of different things. On the back I have just an envelope with a stamp and my card and a fragment with a butterfly. So I had a lot of fun. I thought about this for a long time before actually doing it, and yesterday sat down and put it all together. So I wanted to show you a little bit about the process and what I did to put it together, and how I go ahead putting like mass production these tags. So I hope you like it, all the people in my group, and I'll show you what I used to make it. What I used was the stamp from Stampin' Up, and what I do with it? Well, I used the stamp from Stampin' Up, and it has the girl here with, she's sitting on the beach holding a seashell looking out, and I just love the stamp, and it's an older stamp set, and I just love it, so I'm so glad I got to use it. But I took it on white paper here, and it's a little textured paper, and I used the mica powders from Lindy's Stamp Gang. And I'll just show you really quick what I did. I just took a little bit of the powders, and I think this was the one. I just put couple drops of water into one of these little containers, and just took a little bit of the powders on my brush and stirred around. Now I'm going to have to find something to color with this because I'm already done with all of them. But I just took it and pretty much just colored in around the edges. And this is a little darker than what I had because this is what I used to color in on the outside of the tag. And I'll show you in a second because I wanted to make it look more like sand. But you just color it in like that. And it colors really nice, and I embossed this image first, and then it makes it a little easier to stay in the lines then. And it's not totally necessary to stay in the lines because you're going to cut it out. So that's what I did. I did blue in the center here, and I did green on the hat, and I really like how it looks. It's more than just watercolor, more than just marker. It's shimmery, and it does look like paint. So I love how that turned out. And I get these little containers at Sam's, and they're perfect because you get 500 of them or something for a pretty cheap price, and then you just pitch them when you're done. So that's what I did with the painting. And I love this Lindy's Stamp Gang. I always get tongue-tied when I say that. I love this stuff. It's just so shimmery and easy to work with. Only thing I can't figure out is when you're using these pens, when you squeeze it to get more, and then it all backs up into the back of the pen, so you have to actually clean it out and change the water and everything when you change colors. So it's probably best if you're going to use more than one color to have a couple of them, and then that way you don't have to change them. See how the blue backed up in the back of the pen? So if anyone has any suggestions on how to avoid that, I would greatly appreciate it. And maybe it's not avoidable. On her skin, you can see here, I only have this set, so I'm working my way. When I sell more things on Etsy, then I can go ahead and buy some more stuff. So I have to limit what I get. So what I used on her skin was these watercolor crayons that I've had forever from Stampin' Up, and I used the flesh colored one and colored it in with just a little water from one of the paintbrushes there. When I'm mass producing these, I will do all one thing at a time. I colored all of these. There are 2 of these on each one, and then I pop dotted them so it creates a shadow effect. So I colored all of them. I cut them all out. Then I took the tag and I colored it with the blue and with the brown, and I did add a little bit of the walnut stain ink in there to make it a little bit different color. And I wanted it to look like sand and water. So what I did was I covered this with Mod Podge and a fabric dryer sheet, a used fabric dryer sheet. You need it to be all the stuff out of it. So I covered it with the Mod Podge, covered it over again, over top of the dryer sheet, and I wanted it to look like clouds and sand, a little softer look, and I love how it turned out. Then I used recycle cereal box in between, and then just patterned paper on the back, and then I'm going to distress them, and I did sell a couple of kits on my Etsy, so I'm going to go ahead and I ordered the distress tool, and so when that comes in I'm going to distress them all at once. I'm so excited. So I used, this is another funny thing I used, was this fluff sponge, and it's a medical gauze, and I used it on the back of her chair and behind this tag here, and I pretty much just, well, now the camera's too close. I pretty much make an assembly line. I finished all my flowers. I twisted them and put them in piles, and then I did the bags for my tags and the rope. I tied the knot, and I need to fray the edges. Little charm with the butterfly. This is the Tim Holtz charms, and I cut all these. So using the fishing line, what is it, $1 something a bag, and you get 20 of them, so that's an awesome deal. I love using these. So that's what I do, and I hope you like the tag, and thanks for watching.